Welcome everybody to a really interesting talk from Ken Klapproth. He is Chief Revenue Officer at Chasm Advanced Materials, and he will tell us a bit more about why your next automotive heater will be a CNT hybrid. Ken, over to you. Have fun.
Very good. Well, thank you, Christoph, and welcome to everyone that's joining us from around the world. Today, we'll be talking about the coming kind of technological revolution in the automotive or vehicular market and the implication that revenue revolution has on vehicle operation and how this new direction requires a new approach to transparently applying heat directly where it's needed in order to keep systems operational and, most importantly, people safe. We have a lot to talk about today, so let's go ahead and get started. There are probably two things that immediately come to mind when you think about automotive heaters. The first is the familiar cabin climate control, where air is centrally heated or cooled and then blown around the cabin. The other is the rear window defroster, where an embedded microwire system of resistance heater clears the ice and snow on demand. Now, that was okay when your car looked like this, or even when your car looked like this, but more and more cars are starting to look like this. And their interiors look like this. Or even interiors that look like this, where you're not just seeing smart surfaces for user interaction, but engineers are rethinking climate control as electric battery capacity is at a premium. Instead of heating or cooling air to blow around the entire cabin, engineers are developing heated surfaces to get them closer to the passengers, as close to the passengers as possible, to minimize the amount of energy that's being required. Of course, all of those surfaces have to be aesthetically pleasing because style is very important in automobiles. So even the notion of what constitutes a vehicle is changing as the idea of autonomous vehicles is maturing. Some manufacturers are approaching autonomous vehicles as a variant of the traditional passenger vehicle, such as the VW Buzz. Or others see autonomous vehicles as being designed for urban multiple passenger transport, like the Amazon Zoox. Still, others envision the category as a special purpose autonomous delivery vehicle like Kroger is doing with their Nuro. Or even autonomous vehicles are being described as self-driving markets, like this one here from Robomart, autonomously bringing fresh groceries to consumers. So while all of these autonomous vehicles share some system requirements with the evolving passenger cars, without having a human being to intervene should an emergency occur, their automated systems or ADAS systems must be reliable and always differentiate between a pedestrian and a pothole. So these systems require an array of sensors to gather the mountain of required data, and emerging sensor technology of choice across all of these vehicles for awareness of the surrounding environment is rapidly becoming optical cameras, and for good reason. So to understand why optical cameras are an attractive option for ADAS systems, you need only look to the prosumer drone market. And this is an example from a company known as Skydio. If you're not familiar with these guys, I would really recommend you go check them out because they are accomplishing some amazing feats of engineering, even if you're not a drone fan. So they build this drone as the drone that never crashes. And Skydio 2 here uses 6 fisheye cameras, 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom, the kind that are found in cell phones, and a real-time environment mapping software to build a